Moonlight Glow, relax, you're fine.
What do you call the sexuality where you like men and women but they don't like you. By yourself. What do you call the sexuality where you like men and women, but they don't like you? By yourself. What do you call the sexuality where you like men?
Fuck shining arm!
Okay, that was really nice. Hi, everyone. I'm releasing the pilfs. Speak when... Now.
Hello.
Ah.
Hello.
I'm scared.
You're literally fine.
Oh, okay. I'm
You're
fine.
like normal.
Cocomelon for Porter fans.
Why are you becoming
Okay.
Moonlight Glow?
I'm not doing that. Anyway, I'm probably not streaming for too long, but I'm streaming right now while I get some Doom in before I go to bed.
Okay, yay.
Yay.
It's like 300 degrees here. I don't like it. But, at least we're killing people.
At least
At
we're
least we're killing
people.
people.
The beauty of it all.
Also, we have
That
Webpunk
is
in
the
2
beauty of
days.
it all.
We have Webpunk in 2 days.
We have Webpunk in 2 days, which is nice.
We're pumpkin 2 days. Let's go.
Quick Doom before bed. Fuck, Webpunk in 2 days. No, don't worry about it. Hold on. I have, Don't worry, Bean.
No, you gotta worry.
There? Isn't that right? Swaggle Batches 3000?
Not even her name. Her
Definitely
name is
her
Soggy
name.
Gamer 12.
Sorry.
Oh, the third tower.
No, there's... Let's count together. 1, 2...
There's 3. 3.
But that
You don't see the third one? That's on you.
It's not on me, it's a drawing.
One.
It's not even do that. Silver, no, you can't do it. It did it. I'll tell you what, it did it.
That's like its favorite thing to do.
Like
Pilfer
its
did 7-Eleven.
favorite thing to do.
7-Eleven.
I really like this one.
This one's really kind.
I like this
It
poke.
is.
Mama Duck roleplay.
Oh wait, this is topical. Because it's world.
Moonlight said, "What the fuck?"
You're fine.
You're fine.
Okay. Her legs have stuffed.
Can I do the Arya voice? Hold
Can
on.
you do the Pilfered voice?
No, that's Record Store's job.
I know.
Oh, Huntress, can I tempt you with some pancit? No, thanks. I am stuffed.
Why do they look like that?
The joke is because they're a stuffed animal. That's why it's fun.
I
That's
get
like the funniness of it all.
That's like
That's
the funny
the
joke
funniness
of
of it
them.
all. Uh-huh.
That was Moonlight Glow, surely. That was Moonlight Glow, surely.
That was Moonlight Glow, surely.
Welcome to the Locust Moonlight Glow.
Why Moonlight Glow die?
It's not a
Other than the
joke.
Locust?
It's
Funny.
all about the joke.
Okay, calm down.
Moonlight Glow, did you do the locust dishes this evening? That's not a joke. That's sure, dude. Sure. Okay, relax. Wait, hold on, what else do I have here? Hold on. No, wait.
Toys, toys, toys,
Toys.
toys, toys, toys.
Fuck.
Okay.
I'm never ever again falsely hating Apathy 2017. Oh, bye bug. Or bye bug when you go bug, but hi bug right now when you're here bug.
Uh-huh.
Right now, here, bug.
Or is it bankrupt?
This is a really scareful screen shoot.
Sorry? This is a really hold on.
This is a really scareful
This
screenshot.
is a really scareful screenshot. Hold on, Moonlight Glow, I'm changing your name for a second.
This is a really scareful screenshot.
It literally says screen shoot.
Oh,
This is a really scarfy screen shoot.
Hold on, I got you. Hold on.
Or is it bankrupt?
Not that
I
one.
mean screen shit. Okay.
Wait, where the fuck did my screenshot go? The screenshot disappeared.
Or is it bankrupt?
Damn it! Bean, you sabotaged me. Change it back to Scarfoo. Change it back to Scarfoo.
It's still fucked up.
It is. I mean, it is still fucked up, but it's not Scarfoo anymore, guys. This originally said this is a really Scarfoo screenshot, not Scarfy. Bean, relax. Bean, relax. Relax it, Bean.
Man. Yeah, I hate my Apathy 2017. Oh, man, I can't say that. Apathy 2017 really helped me. I was worried about that whole sleeping thing. I gotta go.
Oh god,
I should have said that.
Said that.
Oh wait, that's what record stores say.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, let's just play this pun all day. Ralph Egg. Oh my god, Takamine. Oh. Why does this sound like Takamine again? There's no way it's Takamine a second time. Okay. Oh, there's a pony in seas selling seashells. Seashells. Oh, well, can never get Ernest wrong. I was about to say quickscope instead of checkmate. No, little hugs. How did I almost confuse little hugs and can't stop thinking? What is this? I'm gonna try no matter what 2015. Oh wait, no, is this the Wanderer? Oh, never mind.
Wait. Swaggle Batches, what do you mean? Why do you mean your name has changed? Your name has always been Swaggle Batches 3000.
Your name is you've always been Swaggle Batches 3000. Remember when you changed it 5.5 years ago?
Yeah. It was like a big thing. You're like, no, I'm no longer Moonlight Glow. From this day forth, I will be Swaggle Batches 3000.
Why are you just a pumpkin now?
Why are you just a pumpkin?
Why are you just a pumpkin now?
That's
Moonlight
pumpkin.
said,
That's
"I
pumpkin
will
glow.
cut this disrespect."
Kind.
This is like whatever.
You Someone in chat said human. I remember your screenshot.
What happened to the
No,
other
Pinity,
two?
it's oh, Pin's not.
That's not here.
It's counting down.
Everyone in here loves Swaggle Batches 3000. No one
We all
dislikes
love
Swaggle
Swaggle
Batches
Batches
3000.
3000. The famous. We'd always say, "Oh, that's a classic Swaggle Batches 3000 joke," you know?
Was Carousel? No? Okay. Marigold? Swaggle Batches 3000 took everything from me.
If the unloved is like murder, I love bombs, I love murder, I love killing. What's wrong with that? Why are you always hating me? Why are you always hating me, Swaggle Batches 3000?
Oh fuck, was that Swarm? Or whatever.
You know what? You should try Overwatch 2. I was just doing this. I was just playing Overwatch.
This has gotta be Seabound, right? No? Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful.
And isn't that the wonderful of it all? It's really bad. I don't know what you mean, Swaggle Batches. Overwatch 2 is a great game. You love it. You always play Overwatch 2 with me, Swaggle Batches. What do you mean?
No say.
Oh. I think I spelled Destiny's wrong anyway. No. I said 1899. From Night Equestria, 1899. Is this delivery again? How many times is delivery gonna show up tonight? No. I will not let Bean troll me again. We will catch up one day. Almost said it. Oh. Scary. Swaggle Batches 3000 Eclipse instead of Moonlight Glow. That's so kind. Does anyone remember the war? Oh my god, wait, is that that's Sirius's kingdom. How do I
Okay, is it fine? Is it fine to mention? Is it fine to mention him if I'm just reading out a message someone in chat said?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait, why did I type Zarius' kingdom? This is fucking Syndicate. I'm actually stupid.
No, that's Rouse's kingdom. I remember.
You say that's Rousey's kingdom?
Not even. I said Rouse. No. But you know what? Sure, it can be Rouse's kingdom.
Oh, what was that? Hector.
Fairy Tales is kind of like a Dark World when you think about it.
Well. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, why is there like some people in chat who still spell it Gruz? It's really funny to me.
Slow the guy. Perfect score in that one. this is wonderful again. Nectar again. That's shivers. Classic overrun situation. Okay. Nice. Let's get gaming for a little bit. Let's get gaming for a little bit. Guys. Fucking 11 Pony Step on the 11th. That's the next week.
11 Pony steps so soon.
11 Pony Steps so soon. I'm like super excited.
Yeah.
The thing is that for Monarch, I was more like nervous and anxious for the release than like excited. And the Girls for Wizards was releasing at a time where everything was kind of dog shit for me. So to be completely honest, this is like the first time I've been like truly excited to release something since like maybe Carousel. Which in retrospect isn't that long ago, but it's like one mixtape.
Why are you opening Fortnite?
Why am I opening Fortnite? Thank you. We'll play Fortnite later.
Thank you, Pumpkin. Also, Pumpkin has a question.
You mean Swaggle Batches 3000?
I mean, Spaggle Batches 3000 recently renamed to Pumpkin after 6 million years of being Swaggle Batches.
Bean, what is your question? Fucking Roblox. Every single time it was like the Bethesda logo is Roblox. I definitely prefer Roblox over Bethesda. In the new comic, it says Lulumoon made Winter's End, so like...
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about maybe marking down which things are made by Lulumoon.
That'd be kind.
Because the thing is, Winter's End has the song Starship Ponyville in it, which could still work because Lulumoon knows what Starship Ponyville is, so...
Yeah.
Wait, this is kind of like Ultra Kill.
Vital signs stable.
Oh, I get it.
Like, thinking out of the ones that don't conflict with canon, Winter's End is like not that bad of a pick. The Walrus might be based.
So Walrus might be based.
Well, yeah, this is gonna be like the first album I've like been sincerely not anxious and very excited for in a while. Just unimproved by unimproved by everything. I miss Raving Rabbids PS1 so much, says Willow. Well, you can play Rabbids XCOM if you want.
Major organ located.
Major organ located. Why are they all in here? Guys, you know this is like a creature and a character, right? For Game is Too Loud, yeah, I'll turn it down a bit more. For everyone who hasn't heard the album already, based on the titles alone, what do you think your favorite song will be? If you even like the album, that is. Because maybe you'll hate it.
Who do I fucking hate?
everyone's like, I have such big hopes for Wonka XL.
Awesome.
Oh dearie. The oh dearie part is just a reference to Deary of Pokemon Fan Club's fame. Yeah, Shelly.
Really?
Shelly collab's gonna go crazy. No one's ready for the Shelly collab. I actually, for people who haven't heard the album already, I feel like they're not really gonna expect what happens on Peace Love Lately.
True.
I feel like Peace Love Lately is gonna be like a crack dream for like 1 or 2 people. Like a handful of people who very specifically want what's in Peace Love Lately and like no one else. Actually, maybe it isn't niche. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. And the best way I can put Love and Pony Step is 2 things. Me trying completely new things that I've never done before, or me returning to stuff that I haven't really done in like almost 10 years. People who joined the Vylet Pony audience a long time ago are maybe pleasantly surprised. Because it's not just bro step. I love how falling in love with a corporate illustration was initially created from the vlog. It wasn't actually. But when we all met up at Jollibee, the song was already like really close to being was not really close to being done, but it was like it was already conceptualized and already put down a lot of stuff for it already.
Yeah, I already knew about the song. That's why every single time I saw anything corporate illustration, like I was like, hey,
Yeah,
Gwen,
we
are you falling in love with it?
we kept pointing at corporate illustrations in public and just being like, oh, I think I'm falling in love with it. Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, Gwen, this isn't a corporate illustration, but this reminded me. Remember that super cool fucking image with all the like the fruits and shit?
That is kind of a corporate photo, but yeah. No
Yeah, like,
idea.
it's a corporate. It's like aesthetic corporate, but yeah, not really related. I just remembered it randomly. I was like, holy shit, that kind of.
Yeah, I do remember. I can't forget it. It's so visceral. What's a good corporate illustration? What's funny is there are actually a lot, but like they also kind of suck. I was thinking of writing a blurb for every song on the album, put in the booklets and stuff. Oh, not you. I hate this one. This one's so aggressive. Can't get anything in. I might be dead. I'm already dead. Falling in love with a corporate illustration was inspired by several different things. I'll probably write a very I'm probably gonna write a very extensive like write-up on falling in love with a corporate illustration because it's actually about a lot of different things. But what inspired me to write it specifically was I was riding in an Uber, and right now in Ubers they have like little, like some of them have like little iPads in the back that show like advertisements and show like activities you can do. It's like, I don't know who the fuck's using those, but like they were there. And I saw this little illustration of like a person. It was like in the corporate Memphis art style, like the corporate illustration art style, and it was just like an illustration of like a person like sitting in a chair and having like a little nap, and they look like very like cozy and pleasant and stuff. And I was feeling like really emotionally affected by that artwork, and I'm like, and suddenly I realized like I am like being emotionally affected by this thing that's like basically an advertisement. And despite the logic that I have, and despite the fact that I know that it's just trying to take my money or like trying to get me to interact, I can't help but have this weird human perception of this like corporate advertisement at me. And that's when I came up with the title. I was like, I felt like I was falling in love with a literal drawing that's an advertisement. But there's a lot of ground that corporate illustration covers conceptually. Another thing that drove me to write the song was in the last few years, Google has added like auto reply, auto suggestion things to the email, and sometimes I don't tend to respond to all my emails because I just can't, and like sometimes it's I just don't want to facilitate a conversation where it doesn't really need to happen. But what I don't want to do is be mean to people. And you know, I will get every day or so I'll get like an email of someone being like talking about how my music has like helped them, and like, you know, what kind of change in their life my music has brought and stuff. It's always very sweet. I don't usually reply to them because it's like, you know, I don't really need to be facilitating a conversation with a fan or whatever, but it's always nice to read. And sometimes the Google like auto suggestion or the auto reply suggestion thing will like offer like really rude replies to them. Like it'll just say something really coarse like not interested or no thank you. Just like very cold response to like a heartfelt email that someone sends, and like even though I don't plan to respond to it, I see that like auto reply and it like crushes me a lot because it almost makes it feel like I'm saying that to this person. It's like the email, the AI is like suggesting how I'm supposed to feel about it, and it like really hurts my feelings. It really makes me sad. I hate reading a nice email and my auto suggestion just says I'm not interested. It's like that fucking sucks. And so another aspect of corporate illustration is how manipulative a lot of that corporate slop is, especially AI. Because it fucking sucks, man. And like I needed to write a song about how awful that made me feel. That's one of the other things in it. The song isn't really cut or dry, whether it's like I am anti-capitalist as a person. I totally believe in dismantling capitalism. However, in the current state of things, it's so tough because like we sort of live ruled by capitalism right now, and we can't help but be emotionally affected by things that capitalism creates, good or bad. And it's this tough dynamic of knowing that you need to fight this system and also feeling dependent on it at the same time. It's not really like a cut or dry like for or against, even though I am against capitalism. But it's sort of just like recognizing the complexity of our relationship with capitalism and how weird it can feel to be emotionally affected by these things that are designed to take money from us and like use us exploitively for CEOs and whatnot. I will say, I'll go on record to say that I personally think that Falling in Love with a Corporate Illustration is my best song to date. So I'm really glad I was able to make something interesting out of these feelings. And again, I'm saying this as where most people really haven't heard the song yet, but I definitely think Falling in Love with a Corporate Illustration is my best song. Okay, eat this green thing. What manner of organ is this? This really does remind me of Ultra Kill. Your song changed my life. Okay, eat this green thing.
Okay, eat this green thing.
Eat this green thing.
What if it was blue?
I think the really tough thing now is because I have like I've always had a playlist of like, oh, these are my best songs. This is like my portfolio. But realistically, if I were being completely true and honest, the portfolio would now just be music from Monarch and Love and Pony Step. And that's like it. I think these albums kind of eclipse anything I've done. What the fuck is the point of this thing? Oh. Oh, I get it now. Could I do that again? Oh, it's going backwards. It's being really weird. Okay, well, I want you to go there, but I want to look over here really quickly. Because these all have things. Oh, fucking nice. Fuck me for exploring, I guess. Oh wait, you're easy to kill. I kill you.
Maybe one of the check the other ones. Maybe there's rewards instead of things that kill you.
Maybe there's rewards. Nope. Enemy of the state.
Why is it like this? What?
What?
Why is it like this? That's really funny.
Your reward for exploring more Locut.
What the fuck?
The pronoun soldiers. That's actually really funny though. Like, okay. Oh good, I get like $5 Doom for that. That was really sweet. Anything else in this chasm of flesh? What is your problem? They're like all... Okay. Is that all that did? It just spawned every single tentacle in the room?
That's... Oh, there's another... Why is this a thing that, like, exploring does? That's really funny.
How do I get up there? Is the question I have. Look over there. How the fuck do I get over there? Oh wait, maybe it has something to do with this. Or not. What? You... This is so peculiar. How do I... Because that's like a red fucking weird stone ass thing, right? I don't know. God, this is my first time watching Doomslayer gameplay ever. Okay. Dude. All these tentacles are so mean. Okay. I cannot figure out a way to get up there. I don't care anymore. Where's my emotional support, Fluffy?
I agree with him. Like, I like don't particularly like the I like the design. Like I said it before, I like the designs. I don't like. It almost feels like a mobile game, but like slightly like better.
Yeah, it has the environment design is really good. And it's like slightly wasted on whatever graphics, but it might just be because this is PlayStation instead of PC.
Maybe it's not even just that though. It's like some of like the gimmicks too. Like some of like the, I mean, especially the dragon thing. That's so much like.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about the dragon quite often. And also, this is not the most challenging Doom title of all time. Like, I'm still dying, but that's because I'm like spacing out or just like not spacing myself properly. I definitely haven't had a moment in this game where it's like, holy shit, that was so hard and unfair. It's just like, if I die, it's usually just because I'm being lazy. And this is on like medium difficulty too. I've heard people saying that even nightmare mode is a little bit too easy. In all fairness though, people who probably would normally struggle with a Doom game might really like this Doom game because it's like a lot more forgiving, I guess. And I think there's something to be said for that. Not that any of the other Doom games are particularly like super hard, but you know, something. Everyone has something they struggle with, I think, in games. Now let's eat this green thing again. I like when Doom Man punches green. It's actually Doom Gal, but it's fine.
I'm like Black Ops 3 girl.
I'm like Black Ops 3 girl. Help. Wait. I just realized I could draw a red circle around my Doom Gal. Holy shit. I can like use the blue if I wish. You see that? Free blue. Free blue for me and you. Doom Gal forgives you. I don't think that's like her strong suit, but it's like fine. Wait, Doom dollars? Huge fan of these. Actually not. Oy vey, yo. Oh, that's the other thing. What makes this game a little bit too easy is they introduced the parrying mechanic. Except the parrying mechanic is way too easy. you could technically adjust the parry window, but like, I don't feel like the default difficulty should be too easy. Like the parry windows for everything are really, really generous. Like really, really generous. You could hit it like literal seconds before or after and it still works. I like that though. What? And these enemies are really not that aggressive either. I am still enjoying the game though. I just hope that maybe they patch some things in the future. Because they totally can. I might change on harder difficulties. Like I said, people have been saying even the nightmare mode for this game is not challenging enough. I am still enjoying it though. There is something to be said about this feeling like a laid-back experience, I guess. Oh no, closer. Like, I do enjoy running around shooting and goring things up to fuck. That is a nice thing for me. And punching the green. I guess. I like punching the green. I was like, where's the rocket launcher? There it is. I also don't find myself having to like manage ammo too much in this game either. It sort of gives it out pretty freely. I don't find myself switching weapons too much when I definitely could if I wanted to. If I remember correctly, in the other games they really did make you manage your ammo more, so you did have to switch weapons often. Try to get through your strategy. Oh joy. Dude, this thing is not very aggressive. Hello, shotgun. You're here. Sure. Is that it? I can have my toys now. Toys. Green ASMR. What?
Toys.
What is this guy's problem? Okay. That was sweet. I don't think I'm going the right way, but I'm going here anyway. Bruce has a secret. Still have no idea how to get up there. B, do you remember when your name was Gruselicity?
What?
Do you remember when your name was Gruselicity?
I do, yeah.
Because it was Chrysalis, but Chrysalicity because blankathy.
No,
is funny.
it was Gruselis, wasn't it? Because it was.
Well, oh yeah,
It
well,
was.
I was trying to drink it backwards, but yeah, it is Gruselis, Chrysalis, and then adding ithy to everything because it's like Pinathy, Gwenathy. So it was just Gruselicity.
It was really beautiful.
It was really kind of a kindness world that we lived in.
And isn't that the beauty of it? Isn't that the gruesome of it all?
Isn't
the
that
Grudy?
the Grudy?
Sorry, I couldn't hear the first time because I was listening to Get Sexy.
Okay.
It wasn't like I didn't like put Get Sexy on. I was just playing Ultra Kill, and that's in the track list for Cybergrind for me.
For your cyber grind, yeah.
Yeah, I put it
For
in there.
all of them.
For all of
everybody.
them.
Well, when I do the track for cyber grind, maybe I'll sample Get Sexy in there.
Please, that'd be so peak.
That'd be funny.
It'd be really funny.
Oh, my hubris, etc. Finally, the Green Brian. Oh. Bye, bug. Also, jump scare warning for everyone, but Get Sexy does have a cameo in Love and Pony Stout.
It's true.
It's very brief, but it's still a jump scare.
Like, beautiful.
Sorry, you said something about Get Sexy and I didn't hear it. What was it?
It makes a cameo in Love and Pony Stout.
Oh, yes, it does. It's beautiful.
I don't know why I ran right over to the mine. I thought we're still in boat world. What is the quick scope? I saw someone saying somewhere that there was no trick shots in My Love is a Quick Scope. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm fiending for trick shots, but I didn't actually make any. That's the big brain of it all. I also can't hit trick shots. I think I also saw someone say that I didn't hit a 5 on in the music video, but I like did. I'm a little confused by that too. 2 or 3 of the clips, I think it was like 2 of them were a 5 on. It's just edited really fast. To like fit with the tempo of the song. And one of them might have been like a 6 on. There is that one raid looking map where I'm pretty sure I hit like 6 or 7. It's all the same clip, it's just edited really fast. Can the quickscope be greened? What, like in Doom?
Green.
You'd be crazy is Asgore would be dead if Des had a ballista.
True.
I think Des deserves a ballista.
I agree.
I don't think she's made everyone suffer enough. Give her a nuke. The famous Delta Room nuke. I love how much everyone loves Des despite the fact that we've still never really seen her.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen if she looks completely different from what everyone shows?
If she's blonde, I'm gonna.
If
really
Des
gonna
is
do it.
blonde, I might like end it all or something.
Yeah, I'm really gonna do it.
We're really gonna do it this
Blonde.
time.
Really gonna do it this time.
Is Carol blonde? I don't remember.
She
Caution.
is, I
Their
think.
signal is surrounded by enemy targets.
But Rudy isn't, so...
Yeah, I think she should look like Rudy.
What happens if Des is 1 inch tall?
Okay.
I feel like that's not a question anyone's asked before. But I'm like really glad you
Okay.
did ask that question.
Hear me out. What if Des is Groose?
Don't say that.
What do you mean hear me out? No one wants to hear that.
I don't want to hear you.
You
out.
hate me. You hate me.
I don't. So you're a bestie, aren't you?
You're bestie, aren't you?
Okay. What
Thanks,
is
Halo.
Groose?
I wanted to hear
We should
that.
talk about Groose for an hour again.
Let's not do that. Let's do anything else. Wait, look at this weird. Look at the weird. It stands tall and firm above it all. World's most famous staircase. Why make Doom walk all the way up? I wanted to ascend the staircase myself. Okay. Bean, which Ice Trixie is your favorite? Fuck, I should have lied. You. Hear me out. 328. Like 32. Like what about him? The fighting looks satisfying because it is. Usually. I still miss the glory kills, the old glory kill system. What?
Is too powerful. Even for you.
Dr. Warcraft.
The Sentinel.
75% chip, 25% air death holiday.
She has the spirit of an ancient Sentinel god within her. A wraith who are descendants of this realm. Here, her energy becomes fully realized.
Whoa. Whoa.
And it can be harnessed.
Hey.
We should kill him.
Doomgal face reveal.
We'll need something more permanent. Etrigos, Zarath, Mazuke.
No, they're putting her in a Pokeball. No, this is too awkward and different. Stop it! I like technically don't know what's going on. Like they're just doing shit in this game. I don't know what they're doing right now, but that's so fucked up. I got my toys.
Toy.
Toys. I don't remember how many chapters there are. How many chapters? Not in the Bible? What?
How many chapters in the Bible?
22 chapters. Oh, we're almost done with the game. And this was chapter 19. There's 22 chapters. I might need to replay this game on like nightmare difficulty at some point.
Back, alone, and the Slayer. Nothing. Get him on. Bishop Creed. Where is Thera?
The Slayer came, and there was a struggle. We should leave now.
Oh my god. Portal 2.
Everyone out, now.
Rona thinks he's in Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Groose? You gonna increase the game speed? There's game speed? What the hell? He's white. Yeah, that's my thought saying most of the people in this game.
I'm often thinking this when seeing people in games or most media.
Oh. The Eldritch Goobers. Moonlight Glow. Wait, so like what's happening? I like kind of don't know, but it's like fine.
I don't know.
I don't know. Dennis Green is the goo.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
Ooh, that's the line. There's a Doom Nuke. Oh my god, the bones are their money. Let me go. What? Undead Doom Gal? What? Do I only get shotgun? Oh no, all my weapons are here. Okay. They'd somehow made Doom Gal whiter. What is this? Berserk. Oh. Let's see, I said game speed. I'll turn it up a little bit. See how that is.
Attempting to connect to Sentinel Network.
The Doom Gal head on the bottom was also changed to reflect the undeadness of it all. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I get it. Oh, huge fan of the blood.
Signal detected. A beacon is emanating from the mortal plane.
Doesn't have a helmet now. Doesn't that mean she can drown? Get up. Oh wait, no, she's undead. Never mind. None of this matters.
Scanning. Vessel located.
I probably should have adjusted the game speed a while ago. This already feels better to play. Like, it feels like I was waiting hours for enemies to do their attacks. What's the point? Go back up here? Maybe to go back to the shrine, I don't know. Will there be redemption? Wrong game. I kind of already want to replay Red Dead though. Such a great game. I just think that maybe I shouldn't have to configure settings to make the game like more challenging. I feel like that should be baked into the difficulty by default, but I know they wanted to make this game more accessible, so it's like whatever. Although, I don't like it when you beat like one of the main like mini bosses and then all the remaining enemies just die automatically. Like they should still be there, should still be able to fight them. The way to get up there might be going around this way, I don't know. Oh, how'd I get here? This way. What? Like, where'd all the enemies go? I was fighting them. Where's the option to turn that off? Oh. Oh, okay. Out of the way. Okay. Yeah, I did see the individual settings. I think my complaint is just like... I feel like the default settings are kind of boring. Wait, what? Oh. My gamer's folly once more. Because I'm playing on like the absolute medium everything what I was, and it's just like that alone should be like substantial, but it isn't. What was that strange activity? Thank you for my Doom dollars. I know I'm supposed to go over there, but... I'm like definitely not more good than I think. I've seen a lot of people complain about the difficulty of this game. In that it's too easy. I think you can sort of tell from some of the earlier gameplay especially. Doom dollars for me and you. Pardon. No Cicero. When do you think the next time we're gonna play Half-Life on stream is? I'll give it till winter's start. That was a very cinematic way of phrasing it. I hate these fake cacodemons. Oh. more Doom dollars.
Arcane totem identified. Rerouting to next objective.
Sometimes you gotta find the blue skull. Give me the orb. Time to give up your orb. I'm giving orbs in real life, yeah. Not enough Doom dollars. This almost sounds like the Black Knife music from Deltarune. I'm fucked a little bit. Everything reminds me of Deltarune. David, the red skull is required. Oh, you know how I feel about the red skull. Feasibly a way to skip this section? Oh no, it's required. Oh no, it's not. It's for weird crystal. Kind of a huge fan of the weird crystal. Oh, okay, that trick doesn't work. I haven't really been using these. The bow thing or whatever.
Final totem obtained.
Are we fighting again? Hello? Where am I? Oh, that worked. Another Skrillex and Doomgal leak? How original. That was a really pleasant combo. Welcome to Black Ops. Man, the Locust is looking a little different today. Hi.
Payment required. Vessel scanned. Routing to bridge.
Good, I'm in a corner. Ah, missed that. Give me the orb. The orb that everyone's been talking about. The really famous one, thank you. Shout out to increasing my maximum skull ammo, I've always wanted that. I must have missed that berserk. We get to use it for that, I guess. It takes guts to it takes guts to be berserk. I mean, yeah. Sure. Help me. Oh, life sigil required. I don't know how. Where am I? Cool. I did not mean to do that. My melee. Eh? Eh? $5 for me.
Said Baba.
Baba. A wee wee Baba. Microwave meal for one type dubstep type beat. That was scary. That was scary. Microwave meal for the masses. so convenient they have so many elevators to go to the places. I'm trying to imagine people using this like elevator recreationally. This isn't really an I lived bitch moment, it's more just like a I died but it doesn't fucking matter type moment. Hell is an elevator? Dude, what the fuck are hands? Wait, that's a Vylet Pony reference. Yes, there's piracy going on. Moonlight glow. Now announcing moonlight glow. Thank you. Too angry to die. Like, I guess. No rubies, no sapphires, but one wraithstone.
Jack said, relax.
Relax it, relax. Now announcing Moonlight Glow. And I'm so evil that I work with Vylet Pony. So we are 3 more chapters, 20, 21, and 22. I think I'll stop streaming for now, but I feel like next stream we can just finish too. Do we know what game I should play next, guys? Gwen, hop on Pilfered Pillars.
You could, hey, you could play the new stuff in Ultra Kill. I'm just saying.
I could, but I want to play something I haven't played before.
That's fair,
Balatro.
yeah.
I've played Balatro. I've won Balatro once. And only once. Someone was saying, what was it called? Wolfenstein? The two, like... It was like Wolfenstein, what was it, New Colossus, and then New Wolfenstein, another one? I've played Hades already. Lego Star Wars. I have played Night in the Woods, yeah. I'm not too interested in Monster Hunter. Baba Is You, I've tried to play, and I never finished it because it's like really hard.
I've never played it, but I really like saying Baba Is You.
It's a really good game. I do have Slay the Spire. I've actually never played a Resident Evil game. That's actually a thought, isn't it? Hold on.
Ooh. That could be good.
If I played a Resident Evil game, what Resident Evil would I play?
I don't know.
Okay. Because there's so many Resident Evil games. Lego Resident Evil. Operation Raccoon City. Right? I mean, Resident Evil 4 looks pretty... 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 I mean, reasonable. Oh no, it's 12. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I need to play Kingdom Hearts. It's just there's like a million of them. Okay. And then what about... It's New Order and then New Colossus. Apparently, these are included in PlayStation Network, so I could just play these whenever I want to. Now, the Kingdom Hearts, I think, oh, okay. Pico gave me an order to play them. Can't play them all on here, but... Oh, man. Oh, there's so much shit. HD 1. It's so it's so confusing. It's so very confusing. Ugh. I'll go through Pico's list and see what to do about it. Oh yeah. That's our game. That's our game, that's our game. Hints inside. I don't think I need Doom hints, but it's like fine. People always keep asking me to play Outer Wilds because I haven't played that either, so might look into that as well. I need to see if it's on Mac actually. Because if it's on Mac, I would be fine to play, I think. Hold on. If it's not, it's fine. It is not. But I'm pretty sure I could just play it on PlayStation, so it's whatever. Okay. Also, I don't know if I answered, but I have played Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is great.
I love Night in the Woods so much.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind replaying it though.
That'd be good.
Cause it's just a good game for your brain.
Definitely. I'd love to watch you replay it too. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Cause I've only played it in full once. But I tried playing it a couple of times before I finished it, and I never finished it those times. And then a couple years ago I eventually did finish it. But now that I've played the whole thing, it'd be interesting to go through and like look at other details about stuff.
Definitely.
Now that I'm not focused on trying to complete it, I can just like look at everything. I never finished whatever the fuck that dungeon crawler minigame is. I never finished it. Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. Okay, here's the thing. Is I am a really big Zelda fan. I don't feel like that needs to be like sussed out very difficult. I feel like that's pretty obvious about me. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are like really cool and they're really fun, but they're also a little bit boring for me. Dungeon crawler minigame. I'm talking about the one inside of Night in the Woods. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are sort of like empty to me. And this is me being like really spoiled now that I've played stuff like Elden Ring and Red Dead, like open worlds that are extremely full of stuff that are like really interesting. The thing is with Zelda, these games, it's like the open world is vast and there is a lot to explore, but your reward is almost always the exact same. you're almost always exploring just to find like a Korok seed or something, and it's like, oh, it's whatever. Whereas in games like Red Dead and Elden Ring, you're always like consistently rewarded for exploring with like a lot of interesting like story, characters, and like things to consider. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, their environments aren't detailed enough to make you super excited about just exploring it by itself, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, it is very impressive. It is very impressive, and also, and whenever I get a Switch 2, and I have no idea when that's going to be, I'm sure the frame rate and the resolution of these games are going to look a lot better, so I might replay them just to see that. Part of me is wondering if they're going to remaster Violet and Scarlet, because holy shit, that game is rough.
Ooh, yeah.
But it's like also a kind of an enjoyable Pokemon game, despite how dog shit it kind of is. So I'd really like them to like have it work at a consistent frame rate. Like the exploration in Starfield. I don't even want to play Starfield. I like don't want to play Starfield. The first ones I beat since Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yeah, Pokemon Violet is the first Pokemon game I finished. I completed a Pokedex for since Platinum version. And again, it's not like Scarlet and Violet were really well-polished games, but I did enjoy them a lot. They just kind of suck. What's your least favorite game genre? Probably, like... That's a really good question, because there's a lot of games I don't like playing. I normally don't like turn-based games at all, but there are some that do it really well. Can you do Gay Tetris on stream? Actually, I can. Why don't I I'll play a little bit of Gay Tetris before I turn stream off, actually. Because I just like Gay Tetris. See, here's the thing, is I would say that I dislike most JRPGs, except most of my favorite video games are JRPGs. Which is a problem. Yeah, I was actually in the middle of playing Hypnospace Outlaw, and then I didn't really finish it. That might be fun to play on stream. I've sort of forgotten most of it. But I do have it, and I was playing it.
A little bit of that one, but I never got very far in it.
Let's play a little Gay Tetris. But, yeah, I would say that JRPGs are my least favorite type of game, but my favorite games are Chrono Trigger, Undertale, Deltarune, Earthbound. So it's like, can I really say that?
Like it.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably it. I don't really care for visual novels very much. But I think it really depends, because a lot of visual novels tend to be like weird person anime stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like that is not very interesting to me even a little bit. Who I want to have do a visual novel is like either Batty or Pico. If either of them do a visual novel, or like Stardust also, I will play that. That is the kind of visual novel I will play. I can't invest myself in like bait anime visual novels. I just can't.
Yeah, a visual novel for any of them would be crazy.
Yeah.
So I need to read Aether Drop.
Yeah, an Aether Drop visual novel would be great.
True.
Especially because as much as I love Stardust's work and characters, I also have a hard time understanding them without a kinesthetic experience to connect them to.
Fair.
And I would really want to connect to them more.
Yeah.
So someone needs to like invest in Stardust's project like immediately.
True.
So that's pretty good. I really love this game. I never get tired of this game. What is gay Tetris? This is gay Tetris. It's actually lesbian Tetris, but it's fine. I don't even know if I'd like a visual novel by me. I don't know how I would make it interesting for myself. The way I tell stories are in like weird formats. Because my main focus is actually music and not entirely storytelling, even though that is a huge part of it. Music is always first. So the way I tell stories tends to be in really weird formats, which I like. I think it's cool. Your mic is picking up your table sounds, I think. Yeah, it is. But also, there's a little bumping sound in this game as well whenever you place something, so. But what it is picking up is definitely my typing. My keyboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Still waiting on the fairy tales fic. That's one of my next goals. Now that Levin Pony Step is complete. I've said this before, but like basically what happened was I wanted to get to the fairy tales fic and I wanted to get to Promise Complex right after fairy tales. But then a bunch of things just kept popping up in my life. Things kept changing so much and I kept encountering situations and needing to like get that out emotionally and artistically. And not that things have stopped happening, but I'm at a point now where I've gotten a lot of what I needed to get out. And the time has like finally, truly, authentically, completely come to do Promise Complex and fairy tales. This will be like really important because I've been holding off on doing a lot of the projects I want to do until Promise Complex is wrapped up, until Saturn's arc is finally complete. I have a lot of work ahead of me, but I can definitely do it. It's gonna be rough. But once we hit the end of it, I'm going to be free as hell. Because this might sound genuinely insane, if you know me and my music and stuff, but like, I literally have been holding back a lot because there's a lot of stuff I just can't do until Saturn's arc Promise Complex is wrapped up. Most things I've been doing have been side projects and just small things to do. Which probably just sounds ridiculous, but what I'm saying is that once I'm free, once I'm free of Promise Complex and fairy tales, I'm gonna go insane. I'm literally gonna go insane. If people think my output is weird and insane now, they just do not understand what's gonna happen when Promise Complex is finally done. There is like 20 different stories and album ideas I have waiting that I just haven't gotten done because of Promise Complex and fairy tales. I also saw something interesting. There's been a little bit of like, it's not really been a big deal, like not a lot of people are talking about it, but there's been a little bit of commentary of people being like, oh, is this like the de-ponification of Vylet Pony? And it isn't really about like it not being pony music, because like my music's like probably always gonna be pony or furry adjacent in some way. I just prefer that. It's good for my brain. So it's not, I don't think they were trying to say that. I think the point was people have been saying like, oh, like there really hasn't been a lot of like fan music since Cutie Marks. Cutie Marks was sort of like the last like fan album. And it's partially true because beforehand, no one really cared about my original stories. And so my focus was mainly on fan work and canon stuff for a while. And then starting after Cutie Marks, especially with Fish Whisperer, suddenly everyone was actually paying attention to my original stories and my original characters and stuff. And so I've been having a lot of fun with the freedom to make like stuff about whatever I want to now, and people will actually pay attention to it. And moving forward, my main focus is going to be on original characters and original stories and stuff like that, like Carousel and Monarch and Girls for Wizards. That will be my main focus moving forward. However, I still love the hell out of My Little Pony, first and foremost. I'm rewatching the series like every other week. I still adore the show, and I still love it very much. And I don't think people realize that even though I am going to be focusing more on my original characters, most of the backlog stuff I've been planning has all been like canon stuff, actually. I had, this might sound surprising, but if you think about it, it's true. I've never made a Vinyl and Octavia album, even though it seems like I would be the prime candidate to be someone who would do that, but I just haven't. And I had a Vinyl and Octavia album idea in the notebooks. Will it happen? Not sure, but that's one of them. Another one I had was an Applejack album, a country album. Will that happen? No idea, but it's in the notebook. You know, like I have a lot of these just sitting around in my notes. So again, to summarize, even if my focus will be on original characters and stories from now on, I don't really think like fan art, fan music is really gonna go away necessarily, because my passion still exists there. And I think it's kind of funny, right? Because like a lot of people who have been getting into my music do not really care about My Little Pony, or do not care very much about like this kind of culture. And because my music has only been tangentially related in the past few years, they're like, oh, it's like you don't really need to know about anything about MOP to like blah 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 because it's so tangentially related. But I'm gonna pull the crazy move on them and do like canon stuff all of a sudden. People think, oh, it's like I'm getting more popular, so I'll stop doing like canon stuff. But I'm basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to grow my popularity a bit so that I can I can turn the tables around and hit them with pony music, like actual like canon pony music. I'm leading them in. So, you know, for the culture, for the love of it all, for the love of the game. I also had a mod and bubbles project, like an EP idea. A lot of that actually got turned into Love and Pony Step. The opening track to the album of Love and Pony Step is one of the songs from that idea. Some other interesting commentary I've seen are people being like really baffled that I do all the music by myself. They're like, oh my god, how could someone like do all these styles and do all this stuff completely like on their own? It's like, I don't know if these people realize that that's actually like a very standard practice now. Like a lot of people do everything by themselves and a lot of people do a lot of different styles of music. Jane Remover is a great example and also a really big inspiration to me. Like in their entire discography, it's like what you have a digicore hyperpop album, then you have an emo shoegaze album, noise rock album, and then you have like indie rock album followed up by a fucking rage album. It's like, I'm not the only person who can do this shit. I see people say shit all the time like, there's no one else on earth who could do what Vylet Pony does. It's like, my inspirations are doing what I do. Like, I appreciate the love so much, but it's like, I think the one thing you gotta do is make sure you're not coming off as like super annoying to like outsiders, right? Because if you start giving crazy unwarranted praise, I don't know, people get really annoyed at that, and for like decent reasons. I do appreciate the love, but you know. So something I've been thinking about a bit. I think that too much unconsidered praise can do similar harm to too much unconsidered, like, resentment. If you're talking over the art, we were having this conversation with Fluffy actually, but if at any point you're like talking over the art one way or another, that's not a good thing necessarily. Yeah, and it is also tough because like people get really excited and passionate about this stuff, so it's hard to blame them for wanting to like be so vocal about it, but you know. Here's the scary thing. This is a kind of concept that scares a lot of people. But it's not one way or the other. Like, you have to have balance in everything. Everything is nuanced and not black and white, which I know is a very scary concept for a lot of people. One of the interesting things about the lived, organic, sapient experience is the fact that we basically have to accept living in a gray area forever. There's almost nothing that you can treat without nuance with full authenticity. Which is tough. Especially when it feels like you're being threatened all the time. Because there's a lot of threatening shit going on all day, everywhere. And as tough as that is, you know, it is always true. Nothing is like black and white. But also, I love gray color. Of course I want to be gray area. Well, not only is the gray area what we live in, but also it's a really good Little Sims album. But also, gray means clouds, clouds mean rain, rain means life, and that's good. That's a good thing. We like rain. But not too much. 'Cause nuance. How can you think and play at the same time? I don't know, this game comes really naturally to me, which is weird. Because I'm not usually good at games that have mechanics like this, like physics and stuff, but I don't know. A lot of this is very automatic to me. It's like therapeutic. No such thing as too much rain in my opinion. Well, floods. Even the most life-giving resource can kill. Hold on. It would be in that one. People be saying things so definitively. Like, man, I think it depends. Maybe one of the best Tumblr posts in the history of the world.
This is kind of going back to what you were talking about a bit earlier, but I find it interesting how most people like care more about the canon characters, and that's how they got into because of stuff like cutie marks. And like the reason it probably got like put in front of my eyes to like get into is because of that becoming more popular. But I don't think I would have started caring as much if it weren't for your own original stories and characters, because that's what got me like very, very into your music.
I
and,
think
like,
that's a very
caring.
common experience I've been seeing people like, is people will initially find me through like the stuff like Lesbian Ponies with Weapons, Antinymph, and like a lot of the cutie mark stuff. But then what they end up talking about the most online discussions that I see happening are like about my original characters.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very common experience now, which is really interesting to me. And I'm like still not used to. I'm about to get fucked here, am I? Or am I? Or actually, maybe I'm just goated.
Oh.
Wait, am I? Will I live? Will I live? Wait. No, I'm dead. Wait. Fuck. I fucked up my rotation. I'll do one more and then I'll end stream. But it still blows my mind because still for most of my career, we're starting to approach the point where it's not the most of my career anymore, but presently, for most of my career as an artist, no one really paid attention to my original characters and original stories and stuff. My first big risk was putting out Super Pony World 2016, which was underdeveloped because I was like 17. I was still trying to find my way around stuff, and like I wasn't fully ready to commit to like a magnum opus of some sort, or like, you know, my writing skills weren't there, etc., etc., etc. But I took a risk of like trying to do an original story with original characters, and the reception of it musically was like pretty reasonable. Like that got a decent viewership given the metrics that I had at the time, but no one ever talked about the story or the characters or like I did like a lot of ARG stuff and like breadcrumb trails of like giving people opportunities to learn about the lore, and no one was ever interested enough. And in a way that was like disheartening, but in another way it was like I guess I just wasn't ready to do all that yet. Tried again with Mystic Acoustics, and like before, it was like musically received pretty well and got a lot of views for the metrics that I had at the time, especially the Watcher. But as before, no one really talked about the story or anything. And so this was sort of consistent with me experimenting with original characters and storytelling and stuff up until Cutie Marks, where I then did Fish Whisper after Cutie Marks, and suddenly everyone's talking about Canny, everyone's talking about the story. And that was weird for me. That was a really weird experience, because we're talking like I put out Super Pony World 2016 in 2016, and Fish Whisper was 2022. It's like it took 6 years for presumably anyone to really care about the stories I was telling. Or if you want to count the fact that I've been releasing music as Vylet Pony since 2012, then really it took 10 years. And so it's still a weird shock to me. I'm not used to it, and I really appreciate it. I actually like get to talk about the stuff I want to, and everyone's like actually on board.
And now,
Yeah.
now once you release Promise Complex, people will care about Saturn.
Okay, well, we'll see about that, but
That's a stretch.
You mean to her.
I.
let
she's
me
like,
let me figure out
okay.
how to make Saturn interesting first.
Fair.
Because that's the
At least
problem
people-
is
At least people will care more about Spectre, because Spectre's cool as fuck.
it's funny because it's kind of true, but the problem with Saturn is that I kind of just made her a character that is just like chosen one type trope, and
Yeah.
it's hard to separate her from the chosen one trope. And I feel like that was just a mistake because it's hard to really give her a lot of personality. And so
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why people didn't talk about the story, is because it's like no one even knows what she is, really. Which is just because I wasn't a good enough writer yet. I didn't understand how to do that stuff yet.
Yeah. Oh, so wasn't Mystic written like in a few days or whatever?
Technically, yeah. It was conceptualized over many years, but the actual written material was over the course of a few days.
Yeah, I'm sure that didn't help alongside not knowing how to like make her a good character.
No, absolutely not. But even if my writing skills were on par with right now, back in the day, I don't think people would have cared anyway, just because not enough people were talking yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like really, really grateful that that's a big part of it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, like, I don't want to really make a movie. I don't want to make a game, but I want to tell stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I make music, so put two and two together. That's like my thought process with it all. Oh, crazy. Crazy brazy. I'm dead. I'm dead. No, I'm not.
Man, I'm dead.
And I'm dead. Okay, now I'm dead? No? We're still somehow in this? Now I'm dead, for certain. Okay. Let me read the chat for a minute. So, Queen of Misfits and Monarch of Monsters, the reason why Monarch is technically a sequel to Queen of Misfits is because, like, Queen of Misfits was an album where I was, like, very much like, woe is me. And, like, oh, look at all the stuff I've been through that have, like, hurt me. And then Monarch was the inverse, where it's like, woe is everyone else because of the way that I've been in the past. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Queen of Misfits was talking about trauma done to me. Monarch of Monsters is talking about trauma I've done to other people.
The Monarch novella is on Vylet's website.
Yeah, hold on. Vylet Pony website, the Vylet Pony wiki
The Vylet Pony wiki.
is a.
I mean, there's also a link to it on there.
But yeah, if you want to read the novella, you just go to the music page. Go to Monarch. And you can go to this page and you can just click here. Gemini AI, stop it. But can you imagine the AI trying to summarize Monarch of Monsters? That's scary. Scary concept.
That's really scary.
And technically, you can download the entire album for free as well from Google Drive. Not everyone knows that, but you can literally just go to the album page on my website and get the album for free. There's just no metadata, so you have to do it yourself. Throwback to Google Translate sludge. Oh my god. Alcohol is the root cause.
Alcohol is the root cause.
Alcohol is the root cause. My memory is like really bad, but I really remember sludge Google Translate version. Do you normally put your metadata in your songs, or is that falling out of style? Well, technically the metadata is all from Bandcamp, so if you buy the album on Bandcamp, it all comes with like really nice metadata and stuff. But my thought is just like, if I'm going to also give a free version of the album, I might as well just make it just like as raw as possible. Because it's like, if you're going to get the album for free, I'm going to make you work for it just a little bit. You know what I mean?
True.
That's how I feel about pirating too. Is like, I won't advertise pirated versions of my music. Like, I'm not going to be like, here's exactly how to pirate my music. But I'm not opposed to people doing that at all. But it's just like, you have to work for it a little bit. If you're gonna get it for free, you have to work for it a little bit. That's it. Yeah. That's just how I feel about it. I'm pretty sure that's how because this is a practice that Death Grips does, is they will have, like, because obviously they sell their albums. I have like almost every Death Grips thing physically as like a vinyl. Except for Ex-Military. Because only bootlegs really exist of that one. But despite the fact that Death Grips, their project is like quite, I would say, probably lucrative for them, and they probably make money off of it a pretty decent amount. They also, on their website, if you just go to the Death Grips website, they just have every single album for free there too, including stems for some of their albums as well. I'm not gonna do that with every album, but for Monarch, I wanted to, just because it's like, my thought was, here's an album about how terrible of a person I've been in the past. If you don't feel like paying money to have to hear that story, you can just download it for free. Type thing. What was the original line for alcohol is the root cause? That's the rivers run red.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Love and Pony Stat won't necessarily have a free version endorsed by me. Like, I'm not gonna have like a free version available from my end. Obviously, if you want the album for free, you can just pirate it. And let me see. Where is the So I was saying that for the pirated version of Love and Pony Step, it should have an alternate cover. I don't know how many people are actually going to do that, but it would like be really awesome if anyone who pirated the album uses the alternative cover. And I was thinking like the alternative cover of Love and Pony Step would be like really silly looking. It'd be like really like, because if you ever were on LimeWire back in the day or any other website and you were downloading music, sometimes the album covers would just be make no fucking sense. They would like be maybe tangentially related to the album, but it wouldn't be like the album cover. And sometimes it would have like advertisements and like shit and like whatever. And so I was like, if there's gonna be if anyone's willing to cooperate, I hope that the pirated version of Love and Pony Step has a different album cover. And here's the cover.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted it to look like crusty.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
Crusty, like there's like filters on it.
It's so crusty.
I think this would be like, for anyone who
wonderful.
pirates the album, I feel like I would really appreciate if you use this album cover for it.
Really fucking gangsterradio.com.
Making a pre-made pirated album cover is so funny. I mean, it's fun. It's like so much fun.
It's like kind. It's like gentle and kind to do.
Again, I'm not gonna put the album in like torrenting spaces or like music sites myself, but for whoever does end up, you know, circulating the album through like piracy, I'm just asking, guys, if you could make this the cover when you're getting the album around, please do. I think that'd be awesome. I'm gonna include this in the download for the album, so that, you know, usually the way it works is, someone will buy the album legally, and then they'll, you know, put it up on sites and stuff. So whoever is going to, like, do that, make this the cover, please. This is an open call to anyone who's, like, doing piracy. Make this the cover. I was thinking at some point I would do, like, a torrenting tutorial, and I would use, like, my music as an example. Because I think right now, especially new gens who are, like, iPad babies, do not know how to use BitTorrent. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. Everyone should know how to torrent stuff. And I was thinking, well, if I just do a tutorial using my music, who's gonna get mad? Who's gonna get mad about it? I don't have a record label, right? No record label executives would be like, why are you doing this? You can't do this, right? No one's gonna come after you for pirating Vylet Pony music, so it's like, hey, it's just for education. It's just to show how it's done. And it's all completely legal because I don't fucking care. And it's hard to make a video on it because to do it, you sort of would have to show something potentially difficult to show publicly. But it just doesn't matter if it's my own shit. Where's Vid giving us the BitTorrent tutorial? Vid should do it. You're so right. You're so right. You're so right. That's awesome. Also, yeah, all my plugins are legal. But you don't have to do that. Just I make enough money that I can't really justify to companies that I need to, like, torrent stuff from them. But yeah, you know, the internet's getting weirder. The internet's getting harsher and colder and more corporatized. More people are using non-computers to do stuff online and everything. And I think one of the best skills you can have as a computer user right now is understanding how to do this stuff properly. You know, whether it's because you can't afford something, or something needs preservation, you know. The internet is getting really, really, really corporatized. And this is one of the ways you can maintain your freedom as someone using the internet. You know, in an age where people are gatekeeping more shit, in an age where everything is 1,000,000 times more expensive, this is going to be a very important skill. So, I don't know how, why, where, when stuff is going to happen, but I'd like to at least try and help educate people on how to do this stuff a little bit more. And using my own music isn't a problem, because who fucking cares? And again, the age-old adage, if buying something isn't ownership, then pirating it isn't stealing it. In an age where almost every single Nintendo game in its catalog is you can't get legally without spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I don't know. I don't know. In the age of streaming, here's the thing, right? If you want to rapidly build like a database of music for yourself, local files, are you really gonna pay for all that? Like, I've been building up a physical music library for... When did I buy my first CD? What was the first CD I bought? It would have been like 2007. I've been building like a music library for almost 20 years. In the age of Spotify and Apple Music, and you just want to start building a library right away, can't just drop all the money for that shit, man. here's the other thing: a lot of incredible albums you can't even get legally. Back to Death Grips, ex-military. That album is not available anywhere legally because of how just the sheer amount of uncleared samples on that album that got them in trouble. It's just not on platforms. The only way to get ex-military is digitally. You have to get it from like their website. Physically, you mostly just have to buy a bootleg. What was it? I was going through. I think it was a Rich Gang mixtape. I don't remember which one it was. So there's a Rich Gang mixtape that I was wanting to get as a local file, and it's not available on any store. So the only way to get it was through archive.com. It's you know, it's archival. It's preservation. What else? Well, there's a lot. Oh, when I was trying to grab Glenn Branca's The Ascension digitally, I literally couldn't find a legal like version of it for a while. I think it might be back on platforms now, but when I was looking for it, it was taken down everywhere. So the way I got it was there was a weird fucking like there was like a weird indie punk like blog, like WordPress blog that just posted obscure, not that Glenn Branca is really obscure, but like, you know, posting like obscure and rarer punk records digitally onto their blog, and that's where I got the Ascension. And I don't think anyone should be gatekept from listening to fucking Glenn Branca's The Ascension. So, yeah. And none of this was even torrenting either. Like, this is just normal website usage. I mean, my original copy of Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, the album that changed everything and made me start music as Vylet Pony, I didn't buy that at first. And that one I did pirate. That one I did do a torrent of. Way back in 2012. And it's like, could you imagine what my life would be like if I didn't do that? If I just was like, oh, I can't buy this, so I guess I won't listen to it. Could you like imagine where everything would be if I just didn't do that? It's because it's like, art is, you shouldn't really be gatekept. Especially in the world right now where everything's so fucking dog shit, where art is kind of like something you can consistently have to just get through shit. I don't post the stems for my songs publicly at the moment, but I've been thinking of maybe doing the quickscope stems pretty soon for fun. Because why not? I have stems for a lot of songs, I just don't put them out. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'll put this cover in the download for Love and Pony stuff. And anyone who does their civic duty of the internet, feel free to just slide this into the metadata for me. Yeah, shout out. Anyway, that was like an extra hour of stream that I wasn't anticipating on doing. But thanks for coming. Oh, that's my beasts. That it, my beast, bro.